Welcome to A Taste of Harmony, coming to you a little bit differently in 2021, but the KC Women's Chorus does not give in because we can do it. I'm Sarah Tannehill Anderson, and I'm a singer in Kansas City, and I'm also the creator and founder of Raise Your Virtual Voice. It's an online, guided, positive practice program for singers, and I created it during this very interesting time of COVID when we couldn't make it to our voice teachers, but we wanted to keep our voices in great shape. I know you all, you wonderful KC Women's Chorus, you want to keep your voices in shape so that when you get back into the swing of it, your voice is rocking and ready to go. So I love working with KC Women's Chorus and people who love to sing and people who love to give to their community, which is definitely what KC Women's Chorus is. So thank you so much for being here. We can do it, but not without you. We hope you are cozy and comfy with your favorite beverage. Okay, I've got mine too. It's tea. It's not wine, I promise. It's tea. And the delicious treats that were delivered to your door this week. Thank you to Yum Bakery for the delicious goodies and Caroline Cook for helping bring them to us through her generous underwriting. The support of organizations like Arts KC, the Francis Family Foundation, the Muriel McBrien Kaufman Foundation, and the Missouri Arts Council. Thank you for our intrepid volunteers for delivering the goodies, and to our amazing performing women who made this event possible through their musical gifts. Thank you to Uli Schneider and Cindy Shepard for producing the musical chorus performances you're seeing tonight. And thank you most of all to all of our wonderful donors who keep us going. Tonight is a mix of music and meaning. We'll hear from all kinds of people who love the chorus and why they love it. We'll also hear from the singers themselves. And of course, we'll give you opportunities to support it. Because you're lucky enough to be part of our YouTube premiere, you've got privileges. In addition to your yummy desserts, we can chat together. Want to leave a comment or say hello across the miles? Feel free. We love to hear from you and see where our audience is coming from. We have lots of ways to donate. We'll be sharing links to our online donation platform that you can access all evening, where you can use your bank, credit card, PayPal, Stripe, or Apple Pay. Just text the letters KCWC to the number 44321 and receive a link to donate. You can also go to our website at kcwomenschorus.org or send a check to 3501 Campbell, KCMO 64109. Enough of that. Now let's get to our first musical number. Tonight we take you back to the previous 20s, starting with a performance of Ain't We Got Fun from Amy Smick and Bri Nicoletti. KCWC has been making music over 20 years with a focus on social justice, but we never forget to have fun. In these uncertain times, it's more important than ever.
Bill collectors gather round and rather haunt the cottage next door. Men the grocer and butcher sent, men who call for the rent. Though within a happy chappy and his wife alone the young year seem to be so cheerful. Here's an earful of the chatter you hear every morning, every evening. Ain't we got fun? Not much money, but honey, ain't we got fun? The rent's unpaid, dear. We haven't a bus, but smiles were made, dear, for people like us. In the winter, in the summer, ain't we got fun? Times are bum and getting bummer. Still we have fun. There's nothing surer. The rich get richer. children. In the meantime, in between time, ain't we got fun? Every morning, every evening, don't we have fun? Twins and cares, dear, come in pairs, dear. Don't we have fun? If wifey wishes to go to a play, don't wash the dishes, just throw them away. Landlord's mad and getting madder, ain't we got fun? Times are bad and getting better, ain't we got fun? There's nothing surer, the rich get rich and the poor get laid off. In the meantime, in between time, ain't we got fun?
A classic song for modern times, beautifully done. Now, in those 20 years, KCWC grew, and we're proud to have members who have been with us from the beginning, and members fresh and new. We asked founding member Judy Siegfried and newer member Katie King to share their memories and thoughts.
We've done all sorts of things, from being elves on stage to bringing dance and creating all kinds of amazing blends and harmonies and music together. We were dancing flowers one time. We were silent nuns another time and did the Hallelujah chorus, so we've done everything on every spectrum throughout the time we've been together. We try to move ourselves and our audience, from laughter to tears in every performance. I love bringing new women into the group, and I love making them feel welcome and being part of the audition cycle for the next session each time. We'll do a fundraiser and people will come just to be part of the fundraiser, for instance, or come to hear our concerts, and then they say, okay, I have to be part of this, and they come and sit in on a rehearsal and then audition for us. So that's often the case.
Kansas City is such a creative community as a whole, and I think it's important to show that we're still here, not just the chorus, but the whole community of creative persons. And so being able to still produce something that we can put out there to show our city, to show that we're still here, we're still performing, we're still bonding and connecting. And I think it's important to show that we can still get through this, we can get through this, and it's just not going to stop us, and it shouldn't stop anybody from doing anything that brings them that much joy. The women in this chorus that you're supporting, the mission that we have for social justice, and making sure that everyone's voice is heard, because simply singing is not enough.
Hot chocolate.
Hotta Chocolatta.
Every spring, KCWC offers an educational concert free of charge to schools in the Kansas City metro area. Now this spring, we're facing a challenge because schools aren't in session, so we can't go to the kids, and we aren't in session, and so the kids can't come to us. But nothing will stop us from making sure that we reach out to those children and show them that with the way of making music and with the way of looking at art, they can make a difference in the world, and we can spread our social justice mission. Anything you learn in the world is connected. And when you look at those connections through art and music, all of a sudden, what is entertaining and good for your soul will become something that encourages you to keep going, no matter how big the obstacles are. The Kansas City Women's Chorus has been fortunate to collaborate together with the Kansas City Girls Choir under the direction of Ali Robinson. This collaboration has led to shared concert stages and making music together, but it also has led to a deeper friendship between the organizations. And through that friendship, we were inspired to take a closer look at how we select our music, how we respond to racial injustice around us, and how we can use the arts to actually make sure that our social justice mission is carried out even further.
2020 was a difficult year for us, as it was for many of the arts organizations around Kansas City. What we normally would do, what it is that is our purpose, was no longer safe to do. And so we shifted and we turned to the virtual space, which I have to say was not possible without the dedication of our members and the bravery, as well as our leadership team and the supporters who decided to buoy up our organization at a time when we don't have ticket sales, when we don't have those things that bring in the revenue that it normally would. So we took that time to learn the new technology and to bring it into our day-to-day rehearsals and performances. And we've gotten very proficient in Zoom and other online platforms that we will be able to use in the future. In terms of the future, what we have found is we will actually be able to use these techniques that we've learned to make it more accessible to our members, whether it's because of childcare issues or sickness or any other reason. We can now allow our members to participate in a way that they weren't necessarily able because they weren't there in person. Although it's been a very tough year, and obviously nothing will ever be the same, including how we approach a lot of things in our organization, that can be a good thing. And I think we have thrived through adversity, as I feel a lot of the arts organizations in Kansas City have, and I'm very proud of where we are headed. And thank you so much for being a part of that with us.
So, the landscape may have changed, but we won't stop our mission, and we won't stop singing. Now a performance from Erika Rice, Zac Rice, and Payton Kelly, continuing our roaring 2020s. This is Gershwin's Lady Be Good.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Indeed. Now let's take a quick break, go refill your glass, empty yourself, and come right back for more music and mission. Now that everyone has emptied and refilled, welcome back. We hope you're enjoying the music, and there will be more. Right now, we want to spend just a few minutes sharing with you more about why we do what we do. We begin with thoughts from one of our partner organizations, Lucy Bloom, with the organization Veronica's Voice.
Part of our mission is empowering women to exit from a life of commercial sexual exploitation. And we really believe the arts is a very valid and critical voice for bringing community together in heart and in like-mindedness. So we are very honored to have them select us as one of their community partners. I had the opportunity to learn more about the organization and understand just the integrity of their level of commitment to giving a voice to women and to celebrating the work of women to be a force of change in the world. It is important for women's voices to be heard and to be a voice of change, because we still have women and girls who are suffering, who are being objectified, who are held back, who are underpaid. They and in many cases underemployed because of their gender.
This is the only chorus that you will find in the region, and maybe even farther, that is really focusing our efforts not just on social justice in general, but on women's issues, children's issues specifically. It is important for something like this to exist because it is a home for so many people. And when you think about nonprofits, what a lot of nonprofits do is they provide shelter and they provide a home. And many times this is a physical home. It is physical sustenance. For this chorus, for many members, it is emotional sustenance. It is a place to be accepted, it is a place to be loved. And in a time where so many are suffering from some of those basic sustenances, this can sound like it's not a lot, but when there is so much suffering going on, I think it's really underrated, I guess. One thing that I really loved that the chorus did about this was we did not approach it from that point of view of, gosh, what can we do to help those poor communities that, that white savior aspect. we really stopped and said, you know, what do they want from us? How can we be the most helpful rather than presuming what it is that we can do to help other people? And so I'm really proud of the chorus in starting an anti-racism self-examination before we really try and do a lot more to help other people. That was something that they started, I guess it's going to be a year ago, last fall. And I know it's still on the table. It's been slowed a little bit down by the pandemic, but we have already learned a lot about that, and hope to continue that journey.
I'm really honored to be on the board for an organization whose purpose, whether or not it's intended or not, but it just brings joy to people. And it helps remind us of our humanity, and that's very special. So powerful to see a group of women coming together and that collective, that harmony. It is so powerful and so moving. I mean, we all know what one voice can do, but you know, when you see close to 100 women harmonizing, singing together, it can be transformational for audience members. It's amazing. The last concert I went to, the last performance we had, I sat next to a woman who came to the concert. She had a friend who was singing, and she'd never been to any of the performances before. And I was, you know, being the good board member, I was very excited and telling her that she was really going to enjoy herself. And I looked over during one of the songs, and, you know, tears were just streaming down her face because she was so touched by what she saw. It even makes me a little emotional, really, to think about it right now, because it was just such a present connection that we all had, that it was amazing. I think that's what's special about the arts. They elevate our humanity, right? They show us why we need each other. You know, they show us our history. They bring us together in the moment, and they really lead to what our future is going to be. And it's an honor of mine to be part of an organization that can do that, especially now when we all need that extra bit of humanity.
You can see the vital place this chorus holds in the hearts of so many. Help us keep that going. A reminder of how to do it: just text the letters KCWC to the number 44321 and receive a link to donate. Or go to our website at kcwomenschorus.org or send a check to 3501 Campbell, KC Mo 64109. All right, let's keep going. But let's get back to the music. Let's round out the 1920s with Lauren Bradshaw singing Fascinatin' Rhythm.
When it'll drive me insane.
Love it. Now a moment for meaning and remembrance. We couldn't let our evening go without hearing from Cindy Shepard, our artistic director.
There's nothing wrong with entertainment at all. And we could use a whole lot more entertainment in these COVID times, I think, right now. But there's a power in music. Not only does it happen in time, so it's never exactly the same. You can sing the same song 100 times and it's always different because you're a different person as you sing or perform it. And the people who are listening to it, even if they've heard it before, are different people at that time. I look back and I think, what were people doing 6 or 8 months ago? And had they heard us sing one of these songs, like the recent virtual choir performance we did of I Rise, 6 or 8 months ago, they probably heard it and felt the power of the justice element of the piece. But maybe 6 to 8 months later, they are struggling to find employment. They're missing people at their table because they've lost them due to violence or virus. And they would hear that song in a totally different way. So, and it's the music, not just the words, that give it that kind of power. If you're walking down the street to a rally about social justice of any form, you might hear people talking and it doesn't cause you to stop in your tracks. Whereas when you hear music going on, the music itself causes you to stop in your tracks and listen. So the power of the music elevates the message, I think, in a really important way. And so it's a big obligation, I think, for us to do that. Jan has been a legend in the Kansas City area for many years. She's a fantastic keyboardist. She is a fantastic singer and has a personality that you just can't shy away from. And Jan meant so much to us, but had been struggling with some recurring cancer that she had successfully battled a number of years ago, but had started to recur again. And we lost her this summer in that final battle. And it was especially hard, I think, for us because we weren't meeting and we had not got to have the end of that season with her. I know she was disappointed by that, but she never complained. She made a point to get to know the women in the chorus. She told me and several others in the last couple of years that she had reached the point, as she had retired from playing for public schools, that she was not going to take on any more tasks in her life that did not bring her joy. And the chorus brought her joy, and she wanted to continue to play for us as long as that was happening. And so she was doing that up until she couldn't do it anymore. She was very quiet and very humble about the things that she offered to us and that she did behind the scenes, but she did so much, and she is going to be so missed. She already is missed, but nothing would be more of a tribute to her and to the chorus than making a contribution in her memory and her honor. And I know that I plan to write a check and make that donation, and I hope others will join me. And I just think that would be a wonderful way to honor both singers and Jan herself personally.
How can we simply say farewell after all we've been through? We've weathered several kinds of hell together, me and you. I don't know where
We thank you, Jan. Everyone, we thank you all for being here tonight, for hearing our music and our story. We cap the night off with a wintry new online performance from our small ensemble, Heartsong. Enjoy, and may your days be merry and bright.
Jing-a-ling, jing-a-ling, jing-a-ling.